June 8th, 2025, YouTuber Finny the Legend and his wife Bubbly are live streaming outside of the Bellagio in front of the fountains. A YouTuber the two have had an ongoing couple of years long beef with by the name of SinCity MannyWise comes out of nowhere and he shoots the couple in cold blood. You can hear on this live stream what sounds like gunshots. You can hear Bubbly screaming, and then the camera clatters to the ground. And then you just hear the sounds of people scattering and screaming. Now, usually internet beef is just that. It's internet beef. It doesn't go far beyond subscriber attacks, doxing, which is dangerous, and deplatforming. But sometimes the internet and the real world collide in the worst possible way. Sometimes people take their issues off platform and into the streets. Sometimes these beefs end in tragedy. It's a rarity, but it happens. This is one of those unfortunate cases. YouTuber Finny the Legend, his wife Bubbly, and SinCity MannyWise engaged in a couple of years long online beef that culminated in a tragic case of double homicide. We're gonna get into this today. Before we get too far into it, hello, welcome back to Creepy Cassetti. I'm your host Dee, and on this channel we talk about dark history, weird mysteries, true crime, and strange tales. So if any of those topics are of interest to you, I do ask that you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know anytime I drop another video. Let's get into it. So let's discuss the victims. Rodney Finley, 44, known as Finny the Legend, was a YouTuber. He would often co-host with his wife Tanisha Finley, 43, also known as Bubbly. The couple were originally from Phoenix, Arizona, and they often live stream their vlogging adventures, showcasing bustling tourist zones, nightlife, and other highlights of whatever location they found themselves in. Finny and Bubbly's streams showed two lively and genial individuals, and it was quite clear why so many people did flock to their content. They had very bright and welcoming personalities. It is that bright and welcoming personality where Bubbly gets her nickname.
Bubbly lived up to her name, lighting up each room she entered.
She would have fun everywhere she went. People wanted to be around her.
When the two weren't on YouTube, they were being parents and grandparents to their 4 kids and their children's children.
A son, a father.
Oh, he's a good father. He takes care of his kids.
And a grandfather. Derek Ware tells me the Arizona-based YouTuber, Finny the Legend, was just a big, friendly guy.
So at the time of the incident, the channel had about between 3.4K and 6,000 subscribers. Some sources said it was like 3.4K, some said it was like 6,000, some were kind of in between. It's not their first channel, however. They had garnered a decent following and monetization on a prior channel that was taken down as part of this battle between the two streamers. Finny dropped a video called "Look at What SinCity Family, P, Manny, and Julie Did to Me," and the video is no longer available, but shared screenshots of the YouTube violation notice, and it appears this is where the feud sort of intensified. YouTube has a 3 strikes you're out policy, meaning if you get hit with 3 copyright strikes in a 90-day period, your channel will be terminated. Copyright claims are different from strikes. Copyright claims are just reports that copyrighted work is being used in the video without permission. One video could have multiple claims, but it won't get your channel taken down. Whereas copyright strikes are formal takedown requests submitted by a copyright owner. Looks like maybe SinCity MannyWise managed to copyright strike the channel enough that it no longer exists. Just one strike on a channel can cause a video to be removed and can impact monetization. And from my understanding in the YouTube community, it's generally considered a dick move to copyright strike a channel if the video is using the content in a transformative way under like fair use. It seems to be like in a YouTube feud, a copyright strike is where a lot of people tend to draw the line. Most feuds won't take it that far because in a way it's kind of like shots fired. You're basically saying, you know, fuck your income, fuck your livelihood. You can mess up somebody's entire means of paying their bills by copyright copyright striking a channel enough times. So okay, so there was some issues with some copyright strikes and the original channel was taken down. Let's go ahead and just discuss the perpetrators. So MannyWise is 41 years old. He has a wife, Julie, who also shows up on the channel quite a bit. They ran a channel together. It was called SinCity Family. He also had his own channel called SinCity MannyWise. Both channels are no longer up, so I can't really get too much information from them. A lot of the information I'm using here was gleaned off of other people who had managed to capture clips and things before the channel were taken down. He was in a similar niche as Finny and Bubbly. He like filmed live streams on the Vegas Strip, nightlife, street streams, and reviews of casinos and hotels in Vegas or food places in Vegas. Julie and Manny are the parents of 2 children, but SinCity Family Channel, they also posted videos of like reviewing foods and engaging in challenges, things like that, documenting their adventures and misadventures. MannyWise often tried to push like more motivational and positive messages, which is so weird when you think about like how the story ends, that was his thing, is he wanted to push positivity, but then, you know, he does something so egregious. Manny would often dress up or dress as like separate characters. There's a video of him as dressed like a member of Kiss, the Grinch, a skeletal Elvis. He would often paint his face like a kind of dark clown, you know, not like a birthday type clown, but you know, black face paint, skeletal looking, that kind of thing. Plus he dabbled in rapping, but it was clear by Manny's demeanor that he didn't really appreciate other people being in the streamer space that he was in.
I am the pioneer.
Susie, hello.
I am the OG, triple OG.
Got Michelle D, Elizabeth, Pink Lady, Butterfly.
There's a lot of bootleggers out there, a lot of piratas, a lot of pirates. Say no to piracy, guys. Entonces díganle no a la piratería.
Which I can't stand a gatekeeper, to be quite honest. There's room for everybody to pull up a seat at the table. There's different viewpoints. You know, not everybody wants to listen to your content, but they still want to get the information. So I can't stand a gatekeeper. He thought himself the king of Vegas life live streams. He was disrespectful to other live streamers in the space, from what I understand. Now, I wanted to be able to really trace this beef back. The furthest I can trace it is an incident in which Manny pepper sprayed Bubbly in the face. There is a video that I'm gonna show here where Bubbly is streaming. She's got her camera up and she gets really close to Manny. You can see him right here. He kind of takes the camera and like pushes it down. Well, she presses him a little bit. Bit of a scuffle broke out. I believe you can also see where Julie kind of comes up. She starts hitting Bubbly as well. Finny has to get in and kind of break everybody up. You can't really hear what's being said during the confrontation. Finny does eventually step in and break things up. He checks in with Bubbly and she's physically okay. He decides he's gonna go ahead and just take the rest of this back online. He's gonna and start talking smack about Manny. And Derek Ware had a statement about this incident.
He says he actually met Finny through the accused shooter, Manuel Ruiz's YouTube page, offering insight on the feud between the two. Ware says Finny chose to never get physical.
His wife said she was okay, so he was just like, okay, let's handle this another way.
So in response, Finny starts trolling Manny on live streams and mocking his content. One of the videos even includes a copyright disclaimer, and then it shows a fake portrayal of Donald Trump saying, I want to say fuck SinCity Family and fuck Manny. And SinCity Family was also the name of the fan base for the SinCity Family channel. Then he started doing stuff like call-in style videos where he allowed people to jump up on the stream and they would roast Manny's content together. People often had a lot to say, commonly remarking that Manny was clout chasing, saying he only gets views when he posts about Finny, calling Manny jealous, mocking his videos or his style, accusing him of stalking as he would go out and look for the Finleys on the strip when this beef started. But just as the Finneys were mocking Manny, the same was going on Manny's channel. Manny's fans would call Finny a copycat, accusing him of stealing Manny's style. Others mocked Manny's family, including Bubbly. Some people even tried to escalate further by telling Manny to pull up on the Finleys. There are other videos where Finny, Bubbly, and Manny and Julie are all in the same vicinity, and you can see like Manny kind of sneaking up and like wanting to start stuff. And then Julie would sit there and try to call Finny and Bubbly crazy and acting as if they started the drama, like she didn't just follow her man into the crowd to find the other couple. Which I feel like with these people being older, they're audiences are probably older people as well. A lot of those people, I'm like in the 30 to 50 plus range. You can see from the comments, these people are like egging on the beef. So Manny retaliated by copyright striking Finny's content, causing his channel to be demonetized and eventually removed. The day the incident occurred, Finny had filmed a 5-hour stream with a panel of guests, and they reacted to some of Manny's stream and criticized his knowledge of Vegas, with one saying he's the least informed Vegas person out here. They even discussed the copyright strike. Okay, so now we have a little bit of background. We have to go ahead and just get back to the incident. So like I said, June 8th, the couple are filming in front of the Bellagio fountains. Manny and Julie stroll up. So Manny walks up to the couple and he starts saying something. But then Bubbly walks up to him. She was probably already sensing there was some upcoming nonsense. She says something back to him and then he just shoots at Finny. And Bubbly, she goes and she grabs the camera and you can hear her screaming, "Are you serious?" And then you hear her scream and then you can kind of hear what sounds like both Bubbly and the equipment falling to the ground. The two were shot dead in cold blood in the middle of Las Vegas Boulevard. Manny then runs away from the scene through the Paris Casino valet area as the rest of the crowd scatters. Police nearby, they come in, they're checking on what's going on, they're asking questions, and then Manny's wife, Julie, actually walks up to the police officers and tells them that she thinks their husband just shot someone. She also relayed that the family had received verbal threats and insults on YouTube and in the mail, allegedly. Manny drops his t-shirt and his hat and the murder weapon in the Paris Casino parking lot. Then he jumps into a ride share headed to New York hotel and casino. From there, he walks to a friend's house. The cops used the casino surveillance to track Manny's movements after the shooting. The surveillance ended up helping them locate the t-shirt and the hat. They also locate not far from the scene a 9mm gun. That gun was found between a fence and a wall. Initial ballistics analysis matched the gun to the cartridges and casings found at the scene. I mean, the entire incident was caught on the stream. It was broadcast for all of the world to see before it was moved for obvious reasons. And then as you can see, there's this video of Manny talking about finding the couple. I'm gonna just go ahead and play it.
Jerome, I'm out here searching for my baby. But I went through every fucking casino there is. I heard there's one of my biggest fans here in fucking town. I'm dying to see him. I'm fucking dying to see him. What are we doing, Fuel Bar tonight? Is that what we're doing? I'll fucking be there. I'll fucking be there. You better fucking believe it. You come to my city and think I'm not gonna show up? You fucking think I'm not gonna show up? I should have been the first one to be told. Right? Somebody should have sent me my invite. Be outside. We doing Fuel Bar tonight? I'm fucking there, homie. What's the Fuel Bar without the fuel? We're doing the Fuel Bar tonight. Fucking go. Or wherever you go, I will be there. Oh man, come on, I have to say hi to my biggest fan. You know? No? Heard that shit, I jumped out of my fucking bed. It came out here so fucking fast. I'm very disappointed right now. All this long stream, and I didn't see my biggest fan. Teardrop. Just know instigators get this shit too.
Really, Manny's intent from the very beginning was to pick a fight. And I don't necessarily know that he knew that he was gonna go up there and shoot those people, but he definitely went in there with every intention to pick a fight. Okay, so let's discuss the aftermath. Coroner reported that Rodney Finley died of multiple gunshot wounds, while Tanisha Finley died of 2 gunshot wounds to the head. 24 people gathered together near the Bellagio fountains to pay tribute to the couple, and the 2 were laid to rest on June 20th. Ruiz ended up turning himself in the next day on June 9th. I guess he had been coaxed by his friend to do so. He told the police that he shot the couple in self-defense. I'm not sure how you can try to prove self-defense when you are seen walking up to them. They don't even know you're there and they don't really give a shit. They're just doing their own thing. You're walking up to them, but you're gonna claim self-defense. Okay. He said that he believed that Rodney Finley was threatening him by saying, "What up, cuz?" and then looking like he was reaching in his pants like he was gonna grab a gun. Then he claims that Bubbly was dancing holding on him, which, you know, again, if you watch the video, no, she's not. And then he got nervous because she was holding a shiny black object, which, by the way, that object ended up being a phone gimbal. And of course, no guns were found on either one of the Finleys. Police told Manny that they had him on camera walking up to the couple. And the video was clear. It shows a man coming up on the couple, pulling a gun out from his waistband, and then multiple flashes as the gun goes off. And then he points the gun at Bubbly and more flashes go off. And then she falls to the ground. So at that point, Manny gets mad and he decides he's gonna request a lawyer. Just besides the fact that this whole thing was live streamed, there's like all these people who were in the area. So it's reckless because any of those gunshots could have hit somebody else. So you could have ended up hurting somebody else who had absolutely nothing to do with this beef. You're discharging a weapon in a crowded place. It's just ridiculous. So anyway, Ruiz appears in court for the first time on June 10th. And he, of course, he does his little self-defense claim. He told the judge he feared for his life, goes over the whole thing about Bubbly dancing in his face and ongoing feud between the couples, yada, yada, yada. But the judge wasn't buying it. So Justice of Peace Suzanne Backham, she found probable cause for arrest and to hold Manuel Ruiz without bail. He remains in custody at the Clark County Detention Center as we speak. He's been charged with 2 counts of murder with a deadly weapon. Prosecuting attorney Elizabeth Mercer indicated the case was being reviewed by a death penalty review committee. And that committee actually met on July 29th. We don't have the exacts of what happened during that committee meeting, but we do know that he has been brought up for the death penalty. So he may end up losing his life. I wonder if he really thinks that it was worth it. In addition to what we know from prosecuting attorney Elizabeth Mercer, we have a statement from Clark County District Attorney Stephen Wolfson, and he said, in addition to killing 2 people basically point blank, he put a number of other people at risk for either serious injury or death. Now, if I understand this correctly, for someone to be considered for the death penalty in Nevada, there has to be aggravating circumstances. Aggravating circumstances includes multiple victims killed in the same act or course of conduct, creating a great risk of death to more than one person, prior conviction of another murder or violent felony. I did do a quick search to see if he had any other felonies or even misdemeanors. If he had any criminal record, he does not. So killing during a robbery, kidnapping, or burglary, that was not the case here. Torture or depravity of mind in committing the murder. Now, I feel like depravity of mind could be argued considering the fact you can literally see this video where he's like, oh, I'm gonna get him. And then also killing a police officer, firefighter, judge, or witness in certain situations. So in this case, that doesn't fall in line. But I think depravity of mind can be argued, and I know that great risk of death to more than one person can be argued in these circumstances. So he could very well lose his life as a result of his choices. And I wonder if he thinks it's worth it. But I will tell you that my heart goes out to Finny and Bubbly's family. I hope for peace and healing for both families, to be honest, because the kids didn't ask for this. But do I feel bad for the grown-ass man in the situation who decided to kill 2 people? Absolutely not. Because he had and for somebody who's always like, oh, I want to be so positive according to, you know, everything that was said, this is not positivity. This is just depravity. This is ridiculousness. It was just really unnecessary. If you go back and forth a couple of times and just let the shit go, like, is any of this worth it? I really don't think so. At the end of the day, was it right for Finny and Bubbly, or maybe just Finny? I'm not really sure if both of them engaged in this, but was it right for Finny to continue to keep going at Manny? No. Did Manny egg it on? Yes. Should it have come to this conclusion? Absolutely not. Y'all should have blocked each other and kept it moving. I mean, if you go to Finny's channel now, you can see a lot of comments like calling him out for continuing the beef. You can see a lot of comments calling Manny out. But again, they're going back and forth. They're commenters and fans or followers or subscribers. They're going back and forth. But that's really all I have at this point. I can follow back up with this later when we get to the point where they actually go to trial. But that's it for now. And I wish everybody well. I'm sorry this happened. Rest in peace, Rodney Finley. Rest in peace, Tanisha Finley. And Manny, you're going down. Because, I mean, all the evidence is there. You're not getting out of this one. So that's it. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Take care.